What exactly is an unhealthy personality? When a person employs their function stack ineffectively, an undesirable personality type emerges. Someone who exclusively values their sensory faculties and fully disregards their thinking, emotions, and intuitive capacities is an undesirable personality example. A person like that wouldn't get along with others well. INFJ, healthy versus unhealthy. There isn't any strictly healthy or unhealthy INFJ person, especially when other types are involved. The goal of understanding our characters is to identify our flaws, deal with them, and improve as a result. This implies that everyone possesses both positive and negative personality traits, but that we can all recognize and improve our weaknesses. Reasons why people become unhealthy versions of their personalities. Number 1. Environmental factors. The key to having a healthy personality is to discover and explore your temperaments, and more importantly, express yourself and give room for growth. However, many people tend to grow up in environments that favor other personalities over theirs. Thus, they evolve with the mindset that there's something wrong with them and they shouldn't be themselves. The more they suppress their true natures and imitate others, the more they become shadows of themselves, which will inevitably become unhealthy. In the long run, not using their cognitive functions in a rightly balanced way can lead to more issues for themselves and other people they associate with. Number 2. Unwillingness to grow. Some people are aware of their cognitive functions and have the advantage of the right environment to express themselves productively, but they might choose to stick to their most preferred cognitive functions without balancing other traits. For example, an INFJ person's dominant function is introverted intuition. Even though they use this function in their everyday dealings, their auxiliary, tertiary, and inferior functions still play a crucial role in making them healthy individuals. If they focus only on the first, they might face challenges with being too aloof and having difficulty connecting with others. This analogy is the same with other personality types that may come off as too cold, unserious, authoritative, etc. The key factor is... Hello everyone! Welcome back to Psych IQ. If you appreciate this video, please click the like and notifications button and let us know what you think about it in the comment section below. 7 signs of an unhealthy INFJ. Number 1. They are incapable of handling conflict. If you are unable to resolve a dispute or restore peace, your aversion to conflict becomes unhealthy and you are more likely to withdraw. This circumstance is especially prevalent among unhealthy INFJs. They generally avoid conflict at all costs because it is so distressing. This arises because INFJs are naturally inclined to absorb the emotions of others. Consequently, if there is anger or aggravation in the environment, they will subconsciously absorb it. However, healthy INFJs do their best to take care of the conflict and end it as soon as possible in order to feel better. But an unstable INFJ may opt to avoid it, jeopardizing their own inner peace and the stability of others. Even though this INFJ conduct is typical, the most effective response is to choose confrontation. It may be unpleasant, but it is necessary to feel better in the future. Internally resolve the difficulty, then physically tackle it. Number 2. Unhealthy INFJs close their minds to alternative points of view. New perspectives are thrilling to a healthy INFJ, but they may make an unhealthy INFJ feel threatened. This attitude stems from your aversion to confrontation. When someone shares an opinion or perspective that opposes your own, an unstable INFJ is more likely to perceive this as a personal attack. They isolate themselves to protect themselves from harm. They are more inclined to ask, "Why would you presume that?" than to be impressed by the intellectual process behind it. This method might transform an INFJ advocate into a skilled manipulator. It is acceptable to conclude that sick personality types typically have defensive personalities since they have internal damages, and a person who is already injured would not necessarily want to sustain additional injuries. However, the key to becoming a healthy advocate is to increase your INFJ self-assurance and work on your internal flaws without necessarily changing who you are. Number 3. Toxic INFJs seek to make people happy but despise them as a result. INFJs, whether they are good or disordered, desire harmony in their environment. They like satisfying people's needs and ensuring the happiness of those around them. Due to their extroverted feeling, FE function, people find it difficult to relax in the absence of happiness and tranquility. In contrast, healthy INFJs speak up when they have reached their limit of assistance. Moreover, they strive not to harbor resentment against individuals they assist, particularly when things do not go their way. Unhealthy INFJs may have difficulty declining demands, even if they are unable to attend to it mentally or physically. As a result, they may develop resentment toward the people they are supporting. They take a mental record of everything they have done for others and compare it to how little they have received in return. Unhealthy INFJs may appear emotionally immature due to their inability to communicate appropriately and their expectation that others will consider their strengths and limitations. However, they are stronger than they know, unless they work on constructing stronger barriers. Number 4. Unhealthy INFJs give up arguments rather than listening to the viewpoints of others. Toxic INFJs have a strong commitment to their position and can be fairly adamant about it. Instead of engaging in a courteous discussion where both sides are heard, they prefer to state their opinions outright. As a result, their discussion partners don't feel heard, accepted, or like their presence is valued. This scenario occurs when INFJs do not constructively develop their dominant or tertiary functions, introverted intuition, NI, or introverted thinking, TI, or they suppress their auxiliary function, extroverted feeling. However, impressions are everything to a healthy INFJ. They enjoy learning about and empathizing with other people's opinions. They don't mind a challenge or a different point of view. They are stimulated, on the other hand. This justification may give the impression that an unhealthy INFJ is a manipulative personality type. They frequently influence conversations in their favor, making their subjects miserable in the process. But putting their FE function first can help them be more present and listen more intently. Number 5. Overly sensitive and self-absorbed individuals tend to be toxic INFJs. INFJs are known for being sensitive people. They are inherently enthusiastic people that strive for social justice and work toward their goals. If care isn't taken, this temperament can, however, become highly sensitive. This situation might occur in an INFJ with a weak personality or troubled NI. Of course, a person's cognitive performance may be unhealthy for a variety of reasons. A person's behavior can be affected by things like associations and the surroundings. INFJs that are unwell readily take things to heart. They take criticism personally and are quick to imagine themselves in a me versus the world scenario. Someone with an unbalanced disposition could become resentful of people who accidentally hurt them, just like a narcissist harbors grudges. Number 6. They are acutely observant of the facial expressions and words of others. When INFJs are sick, they frequently worry about what other people think of them. They may interpret benign comments or body language to mean that others disapprove of them. Due to their innate sensitivity, individuals unknowingly seek support and affirmation from those around them, which results in this process. This reaction may cause individuals to withdraw from social situations as they try to determine how other people view them. This tendency is another reason why some INFJs may be more likely to develop an avoidant personality disorder, according to study. What leads to this situation? An INFJ has a tendency to become extremely self-conscious about other people's comments when they haven't experienced enough positive affirmation in their lives. They believe their strengths are mistakenly seen as weaknesses because they unconsciously assume there is something wrong with them, which is why they are frequently underestimated or misunderstood. Once INFJs are aware of their abilities, they can feel more confident and embrace their limitations for what they really are. This book is an excellent self-help resource. Number 7. They like their privacy and steer clear of obligations and duties. Being introverts, INFJs naturally need time alone to recharge. Some INFJs, meanwhile, take things too far and cut off any contact with others. The NITI loop is the name of this procedure, and it can be very harmful. Since they are introverts, their dominant cognitive functions will be extroverted intuition, NI, and extroverted thought, TI. However, they frequently spend too much time analyzing and refrain from voicing their thoughts openly, which severely stunts personal development. INFJs must employ their extroverted functions of feeling and sensing as much as others do in order to make their ideas and insights applicable to the real world. INFJs especially need to find a healthy balance between their alone time and outside activities. An introvert might be motivated and given new paths to accomplish their objectives by receiving input from peers and taking part in novel events. As a result, the ability of an INFJ to leave their comfort zone and rule their niches like experts can be used to compare healthy and unhealthy INFJ. On that note, I'll end this video here. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.